Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a weekly message from Jesus. I hope that you all had a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas. Our Father's here waiting to speak to you. So we will just simply begin. Hello, everyone. I hope that all of you had a wonderful time celebrating my birthday. I know that many of you did not truly understand the truth of what the holiday was about, but I am very happy that many of you did. I do realize that many of you followed my advice and many of you asked to speak with me. I'm very happy for that. I wish that more had done it, but as you know, free will can be a very difficult thing. Today, I want to speak to you about the upcoming year. Many of you will make New Year's resolutions. Many of you will fail in them. But I hope that the one true resolution that you make is that you will try to spread my words. Every week I ask you to do this, and I know many of you do. Last week I named a few that do. I know that there are some of you out there, such as Michael and John, that will be doing it in the future, and I thank them for that. Spreading my words is probably the most important thing you can ever do. Helping others is very critical. When you help others, tell them that you have found a new love of God in your heart. Every week I speak to you about the fear that you have of mentioning that you truly do believe in God. I tell all of you that you need to think about what I went through in my lifetime. I want you to sit back and decide that your New Year's resolution is going to be to follow the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you did that, you would never have to ask me for forgiveness. I tell you this every week. And I'm going to keep telling this to you because it's the most important thing that I can tell you. I know that you do not like people to show anger towards you, so why do you show anger towards them? I know that you do not want hatred shown towards you, so why do you hate others? It's a pretty simple relationship if you stop and think about it. I always try to speak to you in very simple words. I tell you what you need to do. You do not have to rely on others to interpret what I'm saying. My words are so simple. I want you to heed the words that I speak to you. I have been doing this now for many weeks. There are those of you that do not miss this show. There are those of you that start to listen to it and stop. Well, guess what? When you do that, you're only hurting yourselves. My words can help lead you into the future. One thing that I can assure you all is that you will pass and you will enter back into my heaven. When you do that, your guides will look at the life that you lived. If you helped others, spread my words, then you will receive a wonderful judgment. The whole idea of you living a human life is that you learn lessons so that you can advance in my heavens. My heaven is a very special place, and I can assure you that working to advance is well worthwhile for your soul. Every week I tell you that a human life is but a blink of the eye in the soul history that you have established. Why do you think that a human life is so important? It is simply because you have not experienced the memory of heaven. Once you learn what it is like over here, then you will understand that you should do all that you can to advance. If you have earned great wealth and do not share it, if you have shown much hatred towards others, if you have killed the innocent, I speak to you every week about abortion. Many of you ignore that. When many of you hear that word, you click off the show, don't you? Well, guess what? A loving God would never take a human life in the womb that is not able to defend itself. I tell you that military people who take lives to protect the innocent are not judged harshly. They are doing what they've been sent back to do. The innocent must be protected. Make a New Year's resolution to find people that need to be protected. The elderly are living in homes and often think they're totally forgotten. Take time to speak with them. Take time to maybe go see them and chat with them. I know it's tough with this virus that's going around, but that is helping to add to the depression and fear that many people have in their hearts and minds. The day will come that the virus will be behind us, but it will be replaced by something else. There's always something. If you know history, you realize that there have been plagues. There were times that the earth lost half of its population through plagues. Nothing like that should take place in the future unless one of the very evil people decide to use a virus as a weapon. That, again, is a part of the free will that all individuals have. People of great power and wealth can choose how they want to use that power and wealth. Many of you out there with wealth help the poor, and that's a wonderful thing. Many of you with wealth ignore everybody. You think you have great power. You think that nobody can hurt you or nobody can touch you. Well, once again, you will come before us. And when you do, you will truly find out that maybe that yacht wasn't worth the money that you spent upon it. All of you need to make resolutions to help others. Helping others is a key to the advancement. Now, I know that many of you are saying, I've heard these words many, many times. Well, guess what? Again, you're going to keep hearing them. You need to understand where your priorities must be if you're to advance. If you don't want to advance, fine. Do what you want. Go out, hurt others, seek the power that you seem to enjoy so much. But when you face the true reality of life, which is passing into my heaven, you will find that you made a bad decision. The New Year's can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. If many of you just continue down your path, then it will be a bad thing. But if you decide that you truly want to admit the love that you have in your heart for me, you want to speak to others about me, do wonderful things, then it can be a wonderful year for you. You can look at this year and you can say, this is the time that I chose God. Just think how you will feel. Many of you have already chosen me, and I know that you feel that happiness, that inner energy that comes with knowing that I am with you at all times. I would truly like you to speak to me in the new year. Pray. I hear every word of prayer. Prayer is how you communicate. When you communicate with me, I can understand. Your guides can understand. Prayer is the weapon that will help you defend against evil. Evil, as you know, has been growing. Many of your politicians only want wealth and power. Make a New Year's resolution to fight evil. That's not so difficult. If everybody did not do any acts of evil, there would be none. That's how simple it is. All of my teachings are based on the cornerstone of doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. I hope that all of you followed my advice for meditation and thought about me during the celebration of my birthday. In several months, you will be commemorating my death and you will be celebrating my resurrection. That act of resurrection is the greatest miracle that has ever happened on the face of the earth. Celebrate it and know that I truly died on the cross. I died after a life where I spoke words that changed billions of people's lives. Before that time, there was no Christianity. There is now. There are many religions. I've sent many of my masters back to form religions of the world. All religions go to the same heaven. All religions are based on the same principles. I know that Barry will be posting another message from the Prophet Muhammad in the near future. I sent him back to create Islam. He did a wonderful job. I've sent back the other masters. I've sent back Buddha. I sent many of the great philosophers that have allowed humans to advance. So once again today, I'm going to leave you. I hope that you listen to my words and how they will affect you in the new year. The new year can be a gateway to possibilities. They all rest upon you understanding that I am in your hearts. I love all of you. I even love those that don't believe in me. But love is truly the answer to coexistence. So once again, I bless all of you that are listening to me. I hope that all of you have felt my energies as we've done this. And I hope you will follow my words. I will return again next week, and I'll repeat much of what I said today. That is because my lesson is so simple. So bless all of you. Goodbye, and I will speak with you again next week. Thank you, Father. A great message for the New Year's. All of his messages are available on our YouTube channel. You can download them for free on buzzsprout.com. They are all wonderful messages. I hope you pay attention to them. I hope that you have followed his words. And I assure you that we will be back again to speak with you next week. So goodbye. Thank you for listening. We will talk to you again next Wednesday.